man was wrongly identified by AI cameras in a casino. Despite having his real ID, the officer trusted the AI over the police database, even though there were two different lookalikes. That's pretty funny. Trump's approval rating in the economy dropped to 30% in April from 38% in March. Wait, that's actually fucking insane? Down 38% to 30, minus 8 points in a single month? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's like, yeah, you've lost like a quarter of your economic support in that time. That's insane. The poll was conducted April 16th to 20th, during which time the Strait of Hormuz was reopened by Iran, then closed again. Why isn't it lower? Colt. Also, we've not even begun to feel the effects of the closure. Not even begun. Only 33% of U.S. adults approve of Trump's overall job performance, down slightly from 38% last month. I don't feel like a 5-point drop in a month is slightly. I don't think that's slightly at all. I think that's actually a very fast, like if you extrapolated that over the course of a year, 5 points in 1 month would be 60 points in 1 year, which is a lot. Also means his Colt's cracking a bit? Well, maybe. Maybe. Trump on Tuesday dismissed the war as a little journey and portrayed the roughly 35% jump in oil prices as a positive compared to what he thought would happen. He told CNBC in an interview that he was surprised that oil prices were only around 90 a barrel compared to the 200 he claims to have expected. He's like us, man. He's looking at the oil prices and he's like, I don't get it. The money men are like shorting the fuck out of WTI crude, and Trump's just looking at the line like wavering. Yeah, he's saying nothing ever happens. He's sad. He was looking forward to the line going up. Younger Republicans are particularly unhappy. About 6 in 10 Republicans under 45 disapprove how Trump's handling costs, compared to about 4 in 10 older Republicans. 4 in 10 older Republicans is still a lot, considering that they're like, you know, a cult and very stupid. Like really, really stupid. Like they're barely sapient. Oh, here you go, guys. Miguel Cortez, a 67-year-old retired aircraft mechanic. I know you guys were waiting for that one. People who read ahead, you were really excited. Don't worry, I wouldn't skip it over. Believes the increase in price from tariffs in the Iran war was simply a temporary price to pay. Oh, yeah. As for gasoline costs rising, quote, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. People are just going to have to deal with it. Incredibly subservient people. Human sheep? Yeah. It's pretty fucked. It's funny that right-wingers are the ones who engage in like the Nietzschean Ubermensch talk, when if Nietzsche could see the behavior of the average Republican, he would lose his fucking mind, you know? Nietzsche would vote Dem down ticket. There's just nothing that compares to the natural subservience of a Republican. It's the next line that's insane. From deep in my soul, I believe God put him there for a reason, said Cortez. Yeah, I mean, what other than a belief in God could keep you supporting Trump at this point, right? About 3/4 of U.S. adults describe the U.S. economy as very or somewhat poor in April. Sheesh. God damn, man. Create the Antichrist for a reason? Yeah. Hold on. Trying to see if we can't get our Kalshi update on the numbers. Harry Enton? I don't see Harry Enton. Might have to wait a bit for the Harry Enton take on these. It's really bad. We're at the worst polling ever for a modern president, right? Since we began like contemporary polling. I think that we're at the highest level of unpopularity ever. About 2 in 10 independents approve of Trump's performance on the economy in a new poll, down slightly from about 3 in 10 in March. Okay, Associated Press. Down from 3 in 10 to 2 in 10 is not slightly, that's actually a lot. That means 1/3 of the previously satisfied independents over the course of a single month drop their support. Why are you fucking minimizing this, man? You're the one who put out the article on how his numbers are looking bad. Why are you like, oh, it's no big deal. He's just cratering in every department. Why are you like, you don't evaluate these percentages on a flat scale. You do it relative to the previous number. That's how it works. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Did you see the DHS counterterrorism employee who had a sugar daddy who dropped 40K on her? Based? I mean, that kind of makes sense, I guess, when you appoint top-level counterterrorism officials who are obviously, like, hookers. I don't know. I'm sorry, that might not be the preferred nomenclature, but, like... And you all might think this is sexist, but it's just true. There are no top counterterrorism officials who look like this. Like, come on. So what, do you think she's like a honeypot, or they just promoted a pretty girl or something? Come on. I hope people would understand it's not sexist if they could imagine, like, the reverse. Like, oh yeah, here's our top counterterrorism official, and it's like a 23-year-old Zac Efron. That's actually sexist. No, it's fucking not. Nomenclature. Yeah, I always fuck that up. Like, like it looks like a Backstreet Boy from the early 2000s or something. Like, no one looks like that. That's not what they actually look like. Nobody looks like that. She is claims to actively look for sugar daddies to maintain her exorbitant lifestyle. That's pretty cool. Robert, a divorced father, said he took the raven-haired beauty on first-class trips to Aruba, Italy, San Diego, and South Carolina during their short time together, spent $40,000 on her during a 3-month fling, but he could never spend enough to keep her happy, he claimed in an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail. Favaro, however, told the Daily Mail she did nothing wrong. Quote, I didn't know it was bad to go on vacation with your boyfriend. Is that beast mode? Kind of, but I do have a hard time saying that sugar girls or whatever the fuck the other side of the sugar daddy. I have a hard time saying they're beast mode because like I don't know, man. It comes across kind of pathetic in both directions to me. The guy's paying for her time and attention, but she's given it for 3 months. Like you have to spend your whole life fucking old ugly guys. Yeah, get a job. I don't know. I feel like I would respect it more if you were a high class escort. Because then it's like, okay, you're done, you know, get out of my room or whatever. And then you get to spend the rest of your life normally. But if you're doing the sugar baby, sugar daddy thing, you have to like pretend to be their girlfriend. I don't know. To me, it seems like a much more I'm not anti-sex work, right? If you're fucking for pay, whatever, you're an expert, service professional, great. But the whole like pretending to be your girlfriend thing, didn't they make an anime about that? I don't know. Nice rent-a-girlfriend reference. Remember this? Robert claims he picked up the $1,400 tab and they ended their night with a kiss. Woo! Arriving in Aruba on a first-class flight, they checked into the Oceanside Renaissance Wind Creek Resort, where he said she expressed moderate displeasure. She was like, this is nice, but it's not the Ritz, Robert said. And he's like going for it. Man, it's so embarrassing. What? Why? I didn't think you'd be so stupid not to get me a souvenir, he recalled her telling him. Stopped by the Cartier shop on their way to the airport. Jesus Christ. In one text exchange on March 28th, Vivaro apparently sent a picture of herself clutching $1,000 sandals, to which he replied, so cute, only for her to later express her disgust that he didn't just Venmo her the money to buy them, he told the Daily Mail. If I was him, I would take this to my grave. I don't know why the fuck he's sharing this with the Daily Mail. Like, here's evidence that I'm pathetic and desperate. I do not understand what is he trying to do? Get the word out that she's a gold digger? Oh, wow, that's crazy, man. Thanks for the warning. Why are you sharing this information? From her. I'm not used to having to ask like this for a simple card or help with my rent, especially being furloughed. Any past relationship would have jumped up and cared for me, which is what I like. Even today about going to the gym, instead of you immediately saying you'd be happy to get me something I want, is stingy. Just last week I was going to the bartend, and then you said, this is Rose talking to Jack for 20 minutes after he's saved his file. He said the request started to irk him. Really? She gets paid to be rude to rich men? Yeah, I guess he's not into it. I don't know. Well, that was a long-ass article. There's value in novelty. I'm sorry. I can't believe in 2026 we're still doing the post-Kardashian thing. To me, I guess it's more of a spiritual ugliness than it is a facial structure thing. It's just, I feel like I have seen so many women do this, whether or not it fits. You know what I mean? How old is she? Younger than me. She's like 29 or something.